everybody, Danielle's back again, this time to show you Carly. I happen to love Carly. I didn't love Carly when she first came out, but over the course of the last couple months here, I've really fallen in love with her. She's very versatile, she's very comfortable, and I really do enjoy wearing her. Starting off a little bit tonight with fit. So fit of the Carly, I just want to make sure you guys can get this right because that's usually where people go wrong first. Whatever size you normally wear, go down at least one, if not two. If you're short, go down 3 if you are able. This is a double extra small on me. I am 5'1 3/4 on a tall day. She goes just below the knee in the front, and in the back she comes to about mid-calf, which is exactly where she's supposed to hit. On a regular average shirt like Randy or Classic, I'm a small to an extra small depending on that fabric. So I go down at least 1 if not 2 in my Carly. Most people will find that they have a range of Carly that they like to wear. They can go down 2 or 3 sizes and they can wear their true size if they want it to be a little looser in the top as well. So you can just find that right size that works for you, but to start off I would go down at least 1 or 2 to feel comfortable in her. So let's get into the styling. That's the style number 1. Carly as is. I like to throw in a Sarah with Carly just because she's very loose, comfortable. Sarah is just a nice, loose, comfortable way to dress her up a little bit without restricting her at all. So this is Carly with a Sarah. Very, very simple. You can accomplish the same look and feel with a Lindsay as well. Just throw it over the top. It dresses her up without restricting her at all with like a belt or a tie or anything like that. Keeps that same comfy feel. The next way that you can style your Carly is with a belt. I love belts. You will hear me talk about belting in every single video I do. But Carly is very, very loose. Doesn't have a lot of shape to her to start with. And then you can add a belt. And you can see that completely changes the look of a Carly. It draws her in, gives you a waist. It takes away a lot of the looseness, but leaves the twirl that she's meant to have. This is a swing style dress. She's meant to have that twirl. And then it still feels very comfortable t-shirt-like on the top. So you're not restricting it a lot, but you're giving her some shape, which is nice. The other thing that you can do without a lot of work to your Carly is simply knot her. I've seen a number of people who will throw on a Cassie underneath too, but you just take her on the side, just yank it out, get a whole bunch of material out there, and make a big knot. That's it. Just make a big giant knot over here on the side. And then just kind of wear her like that. Just pop it up on the side, and if you throw on a Cassie or another skirt underneath like that, it just adds an extra layer of pop of color that you can do under there. But it's just a very nice way of kind of turning her into a t-shirt without having to put too much work into her. So that is tying a side knot in your Carly and doing a belt and wearing her regular. So the next fun trick that I like to do is the regular tie on a Carly. Now doing that on this video on myself is a little hard, so we're going to bring in B. Say hello to B. She comes out and helps me on many, many videos. So what B is going to show us today is how to do the regular tie. So what you're going to want to do, this is going to come in handy for several things. You're just going to take a little bit of fabric. Wherever you want your tie to be, you can do it on the side, you can do it in the back, wherever you want it to be. Take a little bit of fabric, pull it like this, and then just take the bottom, pull a little bit more up in there. This is the base for most of the ties that you're going to do, the flower tie and everything like that. You're going to twist it a little bit, throw a hair tie in, and you've got a knot. Now, I'm showing you this on the outside of the dress, but you'll notice this has a big wad of fabric. So what you're going to want to do is when you do it from the inside. It's just that when I pull it like this, you don't get to see what I'm doing. But that is what I'm doing on the inside of the dress, and it's going to give you that little bit of a bustle and a tie. Now the place that I like to do it the most, that I feel has the most impact, is here in the back. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to take her, I want it right in the middle in the back, so I'm going to pull that piece of fabric here, pull it through my fingers, and then I'm just going to pull it up from the bottom a little bit more, and get a good bustle of fabric in there. And then I'm going to take a hair tie, and I'm going to wrap it around a good couple, 3 times. You don't want that falling down throughout the day. And then just let her drop. Now you are going to get a nice bustle of fabric in the back there. And then you'll notice that when we turn Carly back around, what was once a fairly loose Carly has now got a little bit of shape and definition to her without having to throw on a belt. So again, that's the bustle in the back and the fit in the front. Very simple technique. All you do, pull it, pull the bottom, tie it. That's it from the inside. That is the basis, like I said, of all of our knots that we do for Carly, including the next one, which is the flower knot. This is where Annabelle comes in. Annabelle's going to show you the flower knot. We'll get her right up here nice and close so you can see it. So this is the flower knot. It's just got a cute little flower made out of fabric here. It's actually very simple to do. I'm going to take this one out so we can show it to you here. It requires 2 hair ties. You are going to do that same thing that we just did, where you pick where you want your flower knot to be. I like to do them on the side, but you can do them wherever you want. You can do it in the back, so you get that pretty little flower in the back. You do it in the middle, but I like to do them on the side. You just pick where you want that to be, pull that fabric through, and then again from the bottom. Get a nice wad of fabric up through there, and you're going to take one of your hair ties and wrap it around. This time, instead of doing it underneath, we're going to do it on the outside. This, you'll notice in my video, I have my big black hair ties. I have thick hair. That's all I've got is big thick hair ties. But it tends to work a little bit better if you use the little clear ones that you use for hairstyling. Those work a lot better, and they hold a little bit better too. So once you've done that, you're just going to fan this all out and start working it until it's pretty flat, kind of a big circle here. It's a little bit like a French hat. And then you're going to work it, and you're just going to work it flat until you can feel the inside where you just put that hair tie. I'm going to kind of pull that out a little bit, kind of grab where you just put that hair tie. It's going to start looking like, oh, I don't know, the inside of a flower. Take that second hair tie that you have and wrap it around. Again, this works a little bit better with the smaller hair ties, but I make it work with my big ones too. And then there you go. Just kind of play with it, make it a little bit looser. There you go. There's your flower knot. Isn't that a neat trick? And again, it gives you some more shape, a little bit of an accent on the side. I have seen this done many times on the Irma as well. It's a very nice trick to do on Irma as well, just to give it some shape, some definition. So that is the flower knot. The last thing that I wanted to take you through was the quarter trick. The quarter trick is fairly new on Facebook. I've never really seen it before, but it's probably one of the simplest things I've seen done. You take a quarter and you take a hair tie. Those are your 2 ingredients, quarter and hair tie. And it's literally tying a quarter on the inside of your Carly. You just decide where you're going to want that accent, whether it be on the side, in the middle, in the front. Put your quarter inside your dress. And you don't want to do it too tight at first because the material will get tight around that quarter, and then you'll see your quarter through your material. So you don't want to do it too tight at first. Wrap a hair tie around, and that's it. There it is. There's your quarter accent. Now I have seen people take this and maybe they do 2, so they put another quarter in right here. Give it a double look. I have another one over here. I can do that quick. Just throw another one. Give yourself a little bit of extra material from where you think it might need to go. Go over just a little bit further because you're going to want material to go behind it. There we go. Kind of pull it tight. So it kind of just gives you that cute little button look. And again, those are a little bit easier done with the clear hair ties. My big thick hair ties tend to push it out a little bit more than it probably should. But that just gives you a really cute way to get a little accent on that dress. You can do them in the center and the front. You can even add a third one over here if you wanted to and get a little extra one over here. So it's a fun little trick, and all you take is a quarter and a hair tie. Very, very simple. So those are kind of the easy ways to style a Carly. There is another way. I don't own a petticoat, but I have seen on the internet where if you take a belt and you belt the Carly like I had her on earlier, like this, and you throw on a petticoat underneath and give yourself a little bit of a tulle underneath and fluff it out, it adds a whole another level of fancy to your Carly that isn't normally there. I've seen it done on the elegant Carlys, and it is super cute, but I'm sure you can do that on everyday Carlys as well. Maybe not a work look, but it is a nice way to get a little bit more dress out of your Carly. So those are all the different ways I have to style your everyday Carly. Again, plain, with a belt, add a Sarah, you've got your flower knot, you've got your inside tie, you've got your quarter trick, and then you've got your petticoat idea. So hopefully this helps you figure out how Carly can work for you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.